It's Chris Jenkins for CharlotteVibe.com, and this week, Carolina Panthers travel up to Chicago to take on the 2-4 Bears. First, let me give you guys his injury report because I always forget it, run back and get it. So, injury report, did not participate in practice today. Demetrius Koch, Kelvin Benjamin, Luke Kuechly, concussion protocol, John Thays, concussion protocol, and Fozzie Whitaker with his ankle. He was still in a boot, and it was interesting to watch this guy like put a garbage bag over it to go into the shower. Good inside info you only get here on Charlotte Vibe. Other people that were limited in practice was Kurt Coleman, Thomas Davis, Charles Johnson, Ryan Khalil, Cam Newton, Julius Peppers, and Jonathan Stewart. Now, one thing about that list is, of course, Luke's in a concussion protocol. You're just not going to hear too much about that until he's out of it. You don't know when he's going to come out of it. But Kurt Coleman was talked about to Ron Rivera today, and he said that the guy looked good today. You know, he did some practice yesterday, came out today, and the thing that he liked most was the swelling. He didn't have a lot of swelling, so that's something that's promising. And when asked if Coleman was ahead of schedule, he said, no, I think he's actually about right on schedule. And there's actually some benefit, well, there's always benefit to guys coming back, but when Kurt went out, Luke Kuechly actually helped with some of the calls that Kurt may make back there in the secondary. So if Kurt is able to come back, now he may be able to help the middle linebacker, Mayo, with some of the calls, even though you got a pretty good veteran and Thomas Davis right beside Mayo to help him out there. So wasn't much going on today in the locker room. It was a pretty slow day, but I'm gonna share you guys a few more things that I had today, which was Curtis Samuel. So I've been talking, if you guys follow me on Twitter, if you don't, I encourage you to do so. I would like to see Curtis Samuel return a punt or two. And I'm not saying that because I feel like McCaffrey has been doing bad or he's off. I feel like McCaffrey's been fine, but I've just seen some speed and razzle from Samuel that I'd really just like to see if it'll work out there on the field. And I asked Rivera about it, and he said they're really trying to get Curtis Samuel out there any way they can, the same that they've done with McCaffrey being out there any way that they can. So he wouldn't say much more, but my fingers are crossed that they'll at least try to figure out a way to, not only on the offensive side as far as getting him a deep route, but certainly on special teams, maybe just give him a punt return or two and see if that does something to ignite this team. Offensively, we've been struggling with the running game. It's been very, very bad. I think they said 3 inches per carry last week. Ryan Khalil has been out to the field, been doing some limited practice, and Rivera just hanging his hat wherever he can. He said maybe with Ryan Khalil coming back, Larson's been doing a good job, but maybe Ryan coming back, he'll be able to help us get this running game back on track, and that certainly would be something that this team needs to become a well-rounded team and be able to make some kind of run this year, which they're not doing bad right now. I think sometimes we get a little excited that, got spoiled from the years when they went 15-1. But rounding up my report today, keys for beating the Chicago Bears, he said they run the ball very, very well. And that's something that they got to work on this week and make sure that they shore up. And on the offensive side, as I kind of mentioned earlier, that's something that they need to get better at in order to have a well-balanced attack and be able to not get a surprise by the Chicago Bears. So that's it. Chris Jenkins reporting from Bank of America Stadium. Hey, like the broadcast. Number one, subscribe to it. Please let others know about us, as well as we got some more one-on-one interviews coming up and our fan segment where we ask players a question. So you guys' participation is needed and welcome in that. Thanks so much for watching.